Welcome, welcome. Hey, Miss Molly, welcome in. Welcome, welcome. Let me go ahead and share this live with a few friends, guys. Just wanted to get on here early. Just on mommy duty while on Talk Bari to me duties. So bear with me. Welcome in. Hey R96. Hey Miss Lady Mia. Hey Simba Girl. Welcome. If you're just joining in, go ahead and tap that screen. Go ahead and share the live with 5 friends or more. How's everyone's day going? I hope lovely, amazing, fantastic. If not, I'm gonna need y'all to start right now deciding that you're gonna have a fantastic day or evening rather. Unless you're in a different time zone, then you start your day and I hope it's going great. If you haven't dropped your city in the chat, go ahead and drop that city in the chat. Make sure you share this live. I haven't started sharing with anyone yet, but if y'all can help me out with getting the live shared, that would be amazing. Thank you, guys. Appreciate you all. Let me see something here. Oh, you know what? That makes complete sense. Welcome, welcome. Let me see here. I feel like I'm very early, so again, I was just working on some things, trying to see if I was gonna have some technical difficulties, but it looks like everything is good. Just double checking some stuff here on my end. Welcome in, friends. All right. What's up, Tony D? Welcome, welcome. I'm actually early tonight. I said, let me hop in here real quick. Trying to see something. X this out. There you go. Boom, boom, boom. Happy Sunday, y'all. Hope everyone's doing great. Hey, Titan, what's going on? Welcome, welcome. Welcome in. We looking good, guys. Go ahead and keep sharing the live with 5 friends. Ooh, my nose feels a little runny today. My little one is not well. She has the flu, and I really hope it doesn't catch me. I usually have, I have a pretty good immune system, so we're gonna manifest nothing but health and good vibes, right? So she's still in recovery mode. The little one is good and well. I don't know why this thing is acting up. It's always like that. So, but y'all can hear it, right? Hey, Daisy, welcome in. What's up, Berry Mother? I hope all y'all are doing great. We're gonna get started real soon. We have a great guest today. If you haven't already shared the live, go ahead and share the live with 5 friends or more. We want to get some folks in here because the conversation is going to be good, and I don't want any of y'all to miss out. So definitely make sure you tap that screen and share the live. Alrighty, let's see, what's this? Yo, this is really strange. I don't know why it's not continue as a guest. Hi Vicky, welcome in. All right, guys, so it is 7 p.m. Central, 8 p.m. Eastern right now, 6 p.m. Mountain, and 5 p.m. Pacific time. How is everyone doing? Happy Sunday. Let me pop up one camera real quick for y'all. Boom. I know Tony loves this hat. Tony D from Boston. He's a big New York Yankees fan, so I wore it for him. Man, we just won, so I had to come on with the Yankee fitted, representing big New York energy. Even though my babies are all from Texas, so I don't think he likes that. He's upset at me for wearing this Yankees hat. You gonna wear your good hat tomorrow? Look. Let's see. Mr. GL said, Mommy, I don't like that hat. I don't like that hat, lady. Hey, Adrian. Hey, Suzette. Welcome in. My babies they were all born in Houston. Well, with the exception of my 15-year-old. But, hi, Vicky. He's like, Mommy, that hat has got to go. Yeah. I'm literally like, listen, I gotta represent. They're Rangers fans. Listen, let me go ahead and share this live because we're gonna get started. We want to bring up my guest in just a moment. Let me share this live with some friends. If you guys could do me the favor and share it with your friends. Let's get some folks in here. It's a good night. We woke up today. We're looking good. We're feeling good. Can't complain, right? Can you guys hear me loud and clear? I just also want to make sure my audio is doing well. So y'all, I broke my mic, right? I'm gonna tell y'all what happened was I dropped my phone with the mic inside the port and it bent. I was livid, y'all. Livid. But we're gonna be all right. We are gonna be just fine. You're about to go to your system. Hey y'all, welcome in. Time for a new mic. Yes, actually, new mic already en route. It should be here by the next show. So just tune in for that. Yeah, I don't know what I was thinking. Let me see. Time for hi Ashley, welcome in. Life is doing just fine. All right, so I was having I had this idea that doesn't seem to want to cooperate, but if y'all can go ahead and drop in the chat what was for dinner or what is going to be for dinner this Sunday evening. Go ahead and drop it in the chat. I'm multitasking, guys. I'm being mommy mogul. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna put that in the universe. Mommy mogul. I'm working, doing stuff. About to bring up my guest shortly. How'd you know, Tony? Shh. Don't tell anybody. Hey, Whole Grain. Welcome in, friend. Y'all, it's just a reminder. Tap the host box, which is this one. Share the live with 5 or more friends. Let's get more people in here. You know, my guest deserves an audience. So let's bring some folks in here. We're talking plastics. We're talking bariatric. And we're talking GLP1. So y'all getting a 3-for-1 deal tonight. So we need to get as many people in here as we possibly can. Pulled pork and some potatoes. Ooh, that sounds delicious. What's for dinner, guys? What's for dinner? I am having some steamed cabbage, jerk chicken, and a little bit of mac and cheese. I was gonna lie and be like, and a salad, but I'm not gonna cap for y'all. I'm gonna have this little piece of mac and cheese because it's good, and the Lord wants me to eat it. I'm just saying. Maybe not. Maybe I'm not. Let me stop talking for the Lord, y'all, before he cut this live. Hey, hey, Persistent. Welcome in. Bacon, Brussels sprouts, and grilled frog legs. Oh, I ain't never tried that before. The most exotic thing I've ever eaten was the gator meat. I've never had frog legs. I'm not gonna yuck no one's yum because it might be good. I've never tried it. What does it taste like? Like chicken? I smell like campfire today. Why do you smell like campfire? That's hilarious. Tacos. Look, you can't go wrong with tacos. You cannot go wrong. Hey, Josh. Welcome in. Sundays are my cheat days. I had a toddler-sized portion of arroz con pollo, baked garlic chicken. Ooh, that sounds good. I'm scared of frog legs. You know, I would try it, but I think it'd have to be like really, really crispy. Just like chicken, dip it in ranch. Hamburgers and french fries. I was at a barbecue and we had the fire going. Oh, okay. I thought he was throwing up on me, y'all. I was about to throw the baby. No, I'm just kidding. Frog legs are good. I've never tried it. I might have to give it a shot because I'm trying to expand my palate and be a little bit more interesting with my choices. So I might give it a shot. He's like, yo, Ma, you're not eating frog legs. Excuse me, Yoshi, why are you here? All right, so let's go ahead and, what time is it? Oh no, we got 3 minutes before we bring up our guest. Before I bring up my guest, I just want to remind you guys, I'm live every Sunday, 8 p.m. Eastern, 7 p.m. Central, 6 p.m. Mountain, and 5 p.m. Pacific time. Also, make sure you check out my brothers, the Bari Meal Experience. They're live every Taco Tuesday. So you don't forget, every Taco Tuesday, that's going to be at 8 p.m. Eastern, 7 p.m. Central, 6 p.m. Mountain, and 5 p.m. Pacific time. I had a rab moment for a second where I had to pause, but we got it. Make sure you check them out. They talk all things bariatric from the male perspective. Women are welcome to come in and join in on the conversation, so do not hesitate to check them out. Of course, I gotta be, it wouldn't be right if I didn't mention the ladies on Monday from the Bari Unfiltered with Kate and Anna. Y'all go ahead and drop that time. Y'all be knowing the time way better than me, so if you have the time, put it in the chat. Also on Wednesdays, Bari Sisters. We were just on panel with Bari Sisters. They've been crushing it every Wednesday. If y'all have the time for that, go ahead and drop it in the chat. What's up, bro? Hope you're feeling well. Hope recovery's going well. While I have bro in the chat, just want to remind you guys, the Bariatric Society Retreat is happening in November 7th through the 10th. Your girl will be in the building. If you are looking to purchase tickets, the link is in my bio. If you use code VSGBestie, a little sprinkle of a discount. So make sure you check that out. Make sure you use the code. Get yourself a discount. I like a good deal, so I want to spread the love. So make sure y'all tune in for that. Again, the link is in the bio for that. And also make sure you tune in for all the other shows. So how we feeling? We feeling good? Y'all ready for me to bring up this guest? Are we ready? Are we ready? We're about 30 guests. We're about 30 friends in here. Let's keep sharing the live. Thank you for the love. Thank you for the hearts. Hey, Jay. How you doing, friend? Welcome, welcome. Mufasa in the building. Every time I see Mufasa, I just want to be like this with my baby. Simba. Everything. The lights. I forgot the line that fast. But you know what I'm talking about. If y'all seen The Lion King, y'all know. Y'all, welcome in. Thank you. Let's go ahead and bring up my guest. You guys, like I said, today we're talking it's a combo. We're talking bariatric, plastics, GLP1. Just before we bring up my guest, I just want to remind you guys, keep it cute, keep it respectful. Make sure you share this live. While you're here, tap that screen. Listen, I'm trying to be a full-time content creator. I'm trying to retire my 9 to 5. But I got kids and stuff. So let's get me on this FYP page so these brands can mess with me. Okay. And without further ado, I'm going to bring up my guest. She's a friend. She's a Bari baddie. She's definitely someone who has been trying to do something special in the community with bringing awareness to other tools for weight loss. So if you are bariatric and you've been considering other alternative tools in addition to your bariatric surgery, she's a good point of contact. So let me go ahead and bring her up. My girlie, my friend, Miss Lee.
What's up? What's up?
What's
I
up?
feel like I'm going on Oprah right now. I'm like, oh my God, I feel like she's just so famous, you know?
Welcome, my love. You look great.
Oh, thank you. This lighting is way too bright, isn't it? Oh,
You look good.
thanks.
My light, I don't know how long it's good. I don't even know if it's charged enough. So if it suddenly goes dark in here, guys, I will be right back. Mr. Gio, how we feeling? We good? All right, he's cooperating, guys. That's a good thing. I'm gonna keep him off camera just in case the tickety talk gets weird about it. Throw the shades on early. Yeah, you know what? I gotta get my shades, period. I completely left my shades in the other room. There you go. That looks good. Thank you. Appreciate it.
I even came prepared. Look at you. Look at you.
I know. I know. I'm a whole disaster. I will bring you guys to the other room with me. We family. Y'all can come to, explore my house.
Hey, Jay said Maria, and I just want to say that's a lot. No, I'm just kidding.
So, Maria, for those who don't know you and your journey, can you tell us a little bit about how you became a bariatric baddie?
Yeah, it all started when my mother went to, no, I'm just kidding. My name is Maria, and I think a lot of you guys know me, but I had a sleeve 9 years ago that I didn't talk about to anyone. And then God gave me a second chance at life. No, I'm just kidding. But I had some regain and went back to my bariatric doctor, and turns out I had a hiatal hernia. And so for me, I felt like it was like a second chance at this weight loss journey. And so in October of 22, I had a revision to a bypass, and I went into this community, and I was kind of like, I don't know, secretively watching everyone. I felt like a brand new Bari, I'm not gonna lie, because even though I'm 9 years, like I didn't have this type of support when I had my surgery. So it felt like being a brand new bariatric person. And I found this community and found a bunch of amazing friends. And I ended up hearing about Manjaro from her and another friend of mine. And so, of course, me and Bestu were just like calling up every pharmacy on the block trying to get Manjaro. No, I'm just kidding. But so that was about 6 months in, because I had a pretty significant stall for 2 months, and I had a lot of food noise, and I was snacking. And so I decided to try it, and it pushed me like an extra 30 pounds. And so I've lost 126 pounds overall. And honestly, I don't think without the Manjaro, like I wouldn't be here to tell you about my plastic journey today, which just happened 22 days ago, because I think for me, I felt like I had always just kind of sat in the 180s, and I never, I only got to a certain point. So I did what a lot of people do when they start their journey, and they say, yeah, I'll be okay if I just settle at this place, because I had never realized that I could get to where I am now. So, so I like to talk about my journey and be very candid with people, because it's been a crazy ride, but I don't think that anyone should feel ashamed to use whatever tools they need to, whether it's weight loss surgery, GLPs. Just like, don't feel ashamed, because we need these tools to help us, because everything we did in the past, I can assure you, didn't work, right? That's why we turned to this community or bariatric doctors. So When I first started this community, I had no idea what I wanted to do, but over the course of several months, I've decided that I really do want to be a content creator and I want to help people. And I think Bestie and I have plans on continuing to break the stigma with not just weight loss surgery, GLPs, you name it. And we want to bridge the gap between the communities because I don't think that anyone's journey or tool is better than the other. I think that we can actually stand to gain from each other if we unite on the same front, which is trying to be healthy, right? So that was a very long-winded answer, but I felt like that really is truly my why and why I show up every day on the bad days, the good days, because I remember what it was like dealing with obesity for 41 years of my life. And I'm telling you guys, I never would have even entertained the thought of plastics because I didn't think it was going to be attainable. So I say give it a try and manifest what you can because my mindset has changed though too. So I want to throw that out there. The way I thought 20 years ago is not the same that I think now. So if you want something, speak it into existence, put in the work, and you will accomplish whatever you seek to accomplish.
So I want to go back to your bariatrics part of your journey. How long was your pre-op process? I know you're a revision patient, but for those who are wondering, because everyone's pre-op process is different, how was yours? What did yours look like?
So 9 years ago, we didn't have the same resources. So when I started that journey, I physically had to go to a classroom. I was a little more involved. I didn't have the same flexibility with my job, but I had to do like 6 classes where they talked about common themes in the bariatric community, prepping you for, what you're about to experience. I had to do the psych eval. I had to do all that stuff. So I think that took me 6 months, but I think with the appointment, it probably, and like surgery, it probably took overall, right, a year to complete everything. But the approval process took about 6 months. The second time around, because of COVID, right, COVID kind of opened the door for this virtual doctor stuff. And so, I didn't even know revision was a thing, just so you guys know, when I did go to my bariatric doctor. I called my insurance and it was so weird because they just said, oh, yeah, you're approved to have surgery tomorrow. And I hadn't even had my appointment with my doctor. But I had to do 3 virtual classes. I had to get the psych clearance again, appointment with nutritionist. But I was inquiring in July of 22 and I had my surgery October 10th of 22. So that's how quick it went the second time around. And just to kind of throw another thing around. So like I had a pretty smooth process, but with my daughter who's 16, so if you have kids that are struggling with obesity, I finally know what it feels like to be the people that got denials and had to jump through hoops because my daughter and I did a program for a year and she still hasn't had surgery. So that's kind of what my experience has been so far, just from different angles.
Did you have a pre-op liquid diet, or were you one of those people that didn't really have to do all of that?
I had a pre-op diet both times. I feel like with the sleeve, I was really bad about documenting it, but I think I had a liquid diet, but I'm pretty sure it was only like 72 hours or, very minimal. Whereas the second time with the bypass, I had to do a 10-day liquid diet and I didn't get protein shakes. I had to drink chicken broth, sugar-free popsicles, Jello. And honestly, guys, since post-op, I haven't touched a Jello since. I refuse. I just can't. So,
I can't look at the jellos either anymore. Welcome in, guys. We are still in here just chit chatting right now, getting to know our guests a little bit. But we're talking all about bariatric, plastics, GLP1, and of course, with us two on here, there's no way we don't touch on mindset. So if that resonates with you, go ahead and share this live with 5 friends. Make sure you tap the host box right here. You can tap my Yankees logo. But yes, I want to dive into when you said you had a stall, because stalls look different for everyone. What, in your opinion, is a true stall? Because some people think that, a day is a stall, 2 days is a stall. What does a stall look like for you?
um, so Back when I hit the stall, it really was like my scale didn't move for almost 2 months. Now I was doing stuff too, though. Like I was starting to eat sugar and stuff, if I'm being completely honest. So my dear friend Janae in the chat actually changed my whole mindset with stalls because she said something that resonated with me. A true stall is when you're not seeing anything happening. And I didn't take body measurements, so I can't tell you that that wasn't happening. It probably was, but I was just looking at the scale. And so, who would I be if I didn't throw that out there? If you have a bad relationship with the scale, be like Jay Salazar, throw that shit away. You don't need it. I have a I feel like I have a pretty good relationship with the scale, but I just got really scared because I got stuck at 189 on my first journey, and so to be stuck in the same place again and then snacking, um I was like, I gotta try this Manjaro thing. I want to see if it will push me to the next level. So
Gotcha.
that
Did you
is,
have
yeah.
any pre-existing conditions that qualified you for Manjaro, or were you just wanting to try it and went through weight management? What was that process like to get it? I know it, but for those who don't know your process.
Yeah, so um I've never had pre-diabetes, to be very candid and open. Like I've never had any health issues outside of obesity, right? That's a disease. But my children, same thing. Like we don't have any of that stuff. And so a lot of times with insurance, you have to have pre-diabetes or diabetes or like PCOS. I didn't have any of that stuff. I actually thought that when I was going to my primary care doctor, she was going to laugh at me. But she didn't. She thought that with my history, with the revision, and what I was telling her, she thought I would be a good candidate. And I literally cried in that appointment because I'd worked with her before, but I was like, wow, man, I finally have a doctor that actually cares about me. So my insurance wouldn't cover it. So, of course, it was like stressful phone conversations with Shar. Like, what am I going to do? How do we get this? Oh, there's these compound things. Like, we were kind of looking everywhere. Shar was able to figure out that the savings coupon, we could use it. And so, and then our other friend was like, hey, it's hard to fill these when you don't have diabetes. So, everyone said go to Walmart. And so I went to Walmart and they didn't give me any hassle. So I was paying about $450 to $550 per month. And that's where the one of the 52 jobs came from because I told Shar, you know what? I don't give a shit. Like I've got to try this and I'm going to supplement this medication and I don't regret it. And so yeah, it's hard. But I know a lot of tools now, guys. So if you feel like you need it, don't be embarrassed. Send me a DM. I'll help you guys. I'm now working with a doctor, Dr. Angelina, who prescribes compounds. If you guys have any questions about that, let me know. I will share. I always say go to your doctor first because if your insurance could cover it, like why not? But if you're in a position like I was, then I am help. I can give you some different resources.
Love that. If you guys in the chat are considering or are currently on any GLP-1s, go ahead and drop it in the chat. This is a shame-free zone. Now, to that point, while we get folks in the chat to let us know whether they're on GLP-1s or if they're considering it, did you get any pushback from the bariatric community about your GLP-1s or maybe family or friends?
Um, yeah, so I feel like now when you talk about GLP-1s and Manjaro, like it's a little bit different. But back in May of 23, when I was talking about it, I was actually talking to a panel of people that I talk to all the time, and I felt like they were very hesitant. They were like, oh, yeah, I wouldn't try that. And just like got a lot of different like stigmas again from people. And I don't know if it was just projection because they had been, questioning the same thing. And I think a lot of times in this community, that's what we get from people. So, not a lot of people were supportive, except for you and Jenny, right? Like we were all about it. So, it was not accepted. And then the more I started to document and talk about my journey, and then they saw it working, that I think people would, thank you. Were starting to message me and ask me questions. So that's why I've just continued to talk about it. But now I feel like it's starting to become more normal. But early on, people are just like, I felt like people were like, oh my God, she's a failure because she had a bypass and she needs GLP. I'm like, I don't care what you guys think of me because at the end of the day, I want to be able to see my kitty cat. And guess what, guys? I don't have a fat kitty anymore. I got a skinny kitty. Yeah, I know. It's like,
Not the kitty. I got some folks in the chat saying they're considering them. Janae says I'm starting semaglutide this week. Thank you, Maria. Jenna said, "Do you have to go through the same process? Okay, process for plastic. We're going to touch on plastic in just a second, Jenna. Um, Ashley says she can't because of her condition. 1 month in of taking Manjaro. Tanika says she's 21 pounds down. Congratulations. Jay says, I actually was seeking Ozempic and left the doc's office saying yes to surgery. Look at that. There's no wrong answers here. Hey, Nicole, welcome in. Tony said, those damn cats. Listen, the cats are important. Meow. Cause period, right?
before we go to the next question, Janae reminded me that I should do a shameless plug though. But so if you guys are looking for a compound solution, bariatric surgeon, plastic surgeon, or a compound solution, go to the link in my bio. If you use the code Miss Mia, you'll get $50 off of your first compound fill with Dr. Angelina. But also, if you're looking into bariatric surgery or plastic, if you can't include it, but if you reference it, they'll give you $50 off of your service. And actually, her husband's going to be doing the sleeve on my daughter. So yeah, so shameless plug in link in bio or message me, like I said, and save some money if you can.
So it looks we're almost at the halfway mark. Let's take a second to have our little water check. Take your sip. Stay hydrated. Ooh, cheers.
What is your say?
Mine.
VSG bestie.
It says VSG Bestie, stay hydrated. You're not gonna be able to see it because of my black background, but
Right. My daughter got me this and it says hot moms need to stay hydrated too. Isn't that hilarious? It's embarrassing when I walk around with it though, I'm not gonna lie. But,
but that was a sweet gift. That
yeah.
was really sweet.
Yeah.
Also, while we're here, shout out to the ladies of the Bari Sisters who go live every Wednesday. We were on the panel with Janae. We had an opportunity to chit chat with her and dive into some really good topics. There's always great topics on Wednesday. With the ladies of Bari Sisters. Also, make sure you check out the Bari Unfiltered on Mondays. If they are here, drop it in the chat. For those who go to the show, go ahead and drop it in the chat because I can never remember times.
I think it's the same time as yours, right? For Bari Unfiltered. It's
probably.
Yeah, I think it's the same time as this. So 8 Eastern, 7 Central, 6 Mountain, and 5. So
thank you. Yeah, I always get the time zone thing confused with everybody else's live. So my apologies. I want to make sure I show everybody love, but y'all might have to put the time in the chat. Thank you, Jay. Jay remembers all the times. We also have the guys from the Bari Mel Experience. You can't forget that one because they're my brothers, and it's on Taco Tuesday, and who doesn't love a good taco? So make sure you check them out. Maria, do you love a good taco? What's your favorite?
One of my 2024 goals that I'm going to work on tomorrow is being able to share a taco with Jay Salazar.
Okay, that's a good goal.
Or maybe some kimchi. I'll take one of the two. No, I'm just kidding. But yeah, I love tacos, and here's the reason why, because I have a high protein diet and I don't really think the corn tortilla is bad. So you could do low carb or you could do regular. And guess what, guys? You're not going to die. I promise. Like, just because you have weight loss surgery doesn't mean you can't eat tacos. Tacos for life. So when you guys vote for me for president, everybody gets tacos.
I actually can subscribe to that. So let me know, where do I vote? Because I absolutely would love some birria tacos. I don't know if y'all have tried it. It comes with the little soup that you dip it in. Oh, that consomme is the ish. Also, want to remind you guys while we're on our little halftime break here, the replay for all of these lives will be available on YouTube. We are both now on YouTube. Yay! So make sure you check us out. The link is always in the bio. Make sure you check out and subscribe to our YouTube channels. We never know what's happening with the Tickety Talk. We hope that it stays, but in the event that it does not, you want to stay plugged in, you like what we talk about, make sure you follow both of us on the YouTube channel. It's the same thing, VSG_bestie. What is yours, Maria? Is it the same as your TikTok handle?
I think it's just Miss Lady Mia because I think we took the R and Y out, but I have it linked in the bio. And I uploaded the whole plastics update series, and then I'm going to start doing bits and pieces on there. So it's a lot of work.
It is. It is. I mean, we do what we can. But yeah, eventually everything will be moved over to the YouTube app for you guys to see the replays on there. So make sure you check that out. Welcome, Shelly. Shelly in Texas. Samantha, welcome. And if you haven't shared the live with 5 friends, make sure you share the live with 5 friends. Share it with your boyfriend, your side piece, his baby mama. Share it with everybody. Why don't we, right? Let's talk about plastics, right? Because this is the week or the month that we wanted to dedicate to plastic. So I would be remiss if I don't dive into that. Was plastic always on your agenda? And I know you kind of spoke on that a little bit earlier. And what procedures did you have?
So plastic was not always on my agenda from my original plan of life. But I hit my goal weight of 153 so easily with Manjaro that I was like, and I started watching Bariatric Bro and, well, Narissa Stewart, Rissa Recharge, and she got work done from Dr. Russo. And so I just started asking questions, and next thing you know, I'm scheduling an appointment and I'm figuring out how to pay for it, and I'm putting a down payment. So, yeah, originally I telling you guys, like, I never thought that this would be where I am today until it finally happened. So, and I'm so sorry. I got an extended tummy tuck, lipo muscle repair, and a Mons lift. It's not Mom's lift. I don't know why TikTok always does that, but it's MONS, and it's essentially where they lift the skin down there, and that's why I joke around about the skinny thing. 'Cause, yeah, I still trip out about it
So no,
because I could
no,
never
no, it's not
see
cool.
anything down there before. So it's just.
Welcome in, Rissa. We were just talking about you. Welcome, E for Essence. Welcome. So the healing process, how has that been? What is your recovery looking like?
So my healing process has been really pleasant. I feel like I had a really good support system. Like I said, Narissa, shout out to her, and all the help that she gave me along the way. Bariatric Jenna was another person that I talked to about stuff, and my friend Val. And so I feel like I was pretty blessed, but there are some emotions that definitely you're going to shed like along the way. But as far as pain, I feel like the highest pain that I had was a 2, but I also paid for like additional numbing. And I listened to Rissa again in the chat. She told me, Maria, make sure you stay ahead of the pain medication. And unlike her husband, I actually listened to her, and that did help with the healing process. So I can say now that really where I am 22 days post-op. I'm starting to lose track. Sorry, guys. I just have a little bit of like numbing, and it still feels a little awkward, but I feel like my body is starting to feel more normal, if that makes sense. And the incision lines they are starting to heal, and like the scabs are starting to go away. So it's been a pretty good journey. I wasn't sure exactly what to expect because some people have horror stories, but again, watching Rissa bounce back so easily and like Jenna, I just kept that same mindset. And you guys know I'm huge on manifesting and energy and universe, and so I feel like that really helped me too. And oh yeah, and watching like Kalana and stuff. So I feel like it's been pretty good. Like I
So now, before you got plastics, did you have to do like with bariatric? There's a prepping stage. Was there any prepping going into plastics? Did you have to change your diet? Did you have to stop any medications?
So because I had been taking Manjaro the entire time, except for maybe like a month, I had to change my diet with that, which is high protein rich, low carb, low sugar. And then I started to work out again. I didn't initially, I'm not going to lie, on the first 3 to 6 months of Manjaro, I didn't work out. So I started working out again, um, just to kind of keep prepping my body because they say when you go in, if you don't go and if you get it done when you're not like completely happy with your body, like you run the risk of maybe having to go back in again. So I was trying to make sure I can lose as much as I can or maintain. But the only thing that I really had to stop was my Manjaro a week before. And that's about it because that's really the only thing I take besides my ProCare multivitamins.
Gotcha. I know with bariatric surgery, and before I even pose this question in the chat, you guys, are any of you considering plastics? If so, what procedure have you started looking at doctors? I know in your case you went through Dr. Russo, right? Where's Dr. Russo for those who may be interested in Dr. Russo?
So Dr. Russo is in Fountain Valley, California. That's Orange County. And yeah, he's out of the Smart Dimensions Weight Loss Clinic, which is also a bariatric center. And they also do compound and all that other lovely stuff. So, sorry, did I answer everything?
Yeah, so
Okay.
one stop stop. Got it. I wanted to ask because with bariatric surgery, I know some folks experience body dysmorphia. How has it been body image wise for you now in this new body?
So I don't think that plastic surgery is going to fix your body dysmorphia. I think you have to work on that mentally. But I still like while I still have moments where I try like I'm hard on myself, I feel like actually doing really well because I personally have never been able to wear a two-piece that I felt comfortable. I always carried my weight in my stomach, even when I played basketball every day. And so when I look at my body, like for me, I'm still like shocked that like whoa, I'm walking around. So if you guys see me where I'm like freely on these lives and I'm making these videos, like to some people who don't know me, they're like, why is it like put your clothes on? Like I'm really just embracing being able to do that because I've never been comfortable showing that. Like I know there's a lot of people and I appreciate it that are like, just wear your body and love it and stuff. But I always tried to cover everything. Like, I just didn't want, I don't know, like, I was so used to people being disgusted by me that I thought it was my job to try to hide everything to not disgust people. And I know that sounds pathetic, but like, that's truly what I grew up 41 years of my life trying to do because I didn't want people to look at me and make comments about me if my rolls were hanging out. So, yeah, I feel like for me, I'm like, this is just such an upgrade that I'm embracing it. And then you know me, like I find the silver lining and just the positive out of everything. So it's been more positive than right the moments of our minds playing tricks on us.
Gotcha. And I know someone asked about getting insurance to pay for it. Now, your procedure was this self pay or was it insurance?
My insurance was self-pay, and I don't know that I honestly don't think that my insurance would have covered it because I really didn't have a lot of loose skin. I feel like I don't know, it is skin. I guess it is because I removed 4 pounds, but I always thought that it was just fat in my stomach and stuff. So, but I didn't have sores and stuff. But now that whole grain oats has given us such great advice last week, like I think you guys should see if it's covered on your insurance and then call them up and ask them like what you need to do. The one thing I've heard is just like documenting everything, but I'm not a very good actor. Like I don't know. My facial expressions usually tell it all. So I did it, try, but, and I don't know. Like a lot of the things that I wanted done, are not always covered. So because I was able to, find an avenue to pay for it, I decided to just deal with no hassle. But I encourage you guys to get it covered if you can, right? Why not? I'm an accountant. I like free shit. So,
I mean, I'm not an accountant, but I like free stuff.
Yeah,
So same
I think
for
we can
that
all
part.
relate, right? If you can get stuff paid, like definitely do that. So,
Someone said, wait, I can get it covered. Yeah, so that's a Samantha to your question. I want to say you want to reach out to your insurance company. Connect with Whole Grain Oats. She's in the chat. She's someone who went through her insurance to get the paniculectomy covered. She was on my show last week, and we talked about paniculectomies and the process of getting it approved through the insurance. Miss Lady Mia went through self-pay with Dr. Russo. So there are multiple ways about going about it. I know some folks have talked about financing it, doing care credits. So start exploring your options early on. Do you think for those folks who are already in the mindset of like, hey, I think after this bariatric process, I want plastics, do you think it's good for them to start thinking about saving the money? I know with you, you have 57 jobs. How do you, was there any other funding options for you, or was it just straight up working?
if I'm being completely honest, I just said, you know what, I want to get this done. I started calling and getting all the quotes, and then the universe does what it does, and all of a sudden one of my credit lines was like, oh, we're going to give you this ridiculous amount, and then all these other things just started opening financially for me. I got forgiven for $150,000 of my student loans. I got refund checks for those. So I just am a big firm believer in speaking things into existence, and the money will come. So it worked out that way for me, as crazy as it seems. Like, I wasn't 100% sure. I just started doing it. I got the job with Manjaro. And so in my head, I was like, the money's going to come. The money's going to come. And it did. And so I say, start doing the steps. That's kind of like when I was talking to Janae. I said, just go get the quotes. When you start getting the quotes, the things start to become more of a reality. So, do it. I think once you start taking the steps to accomplish what you want, then more doors open. And who knows, when you make a phone call, they might provide you with an option to say, oh, we got financing options, or we have this, or we have this affiliate program. Like, don't be afraid to ask. Do you have like, if you're a content creator, or I was a small content creator in my mind. I remember calling Dr. Russo going, hey, yeah, I know you did surgery with Brissa. I'm really, really small, like totally downplaying myself, but I'm going to document it anyways. Like, how do you feel about it? Do you think you'd maybe, so probably should have came in a little bit harder with the discount, but I was like, I asked and I was able to work with him. So I guess the point of that is like, don't sell yourself short, ask the questions and it will happen. That was a long-winded answer. I'm sorry, guys. You know me. I do that. So.
You guys keep the questions coming. I think that's amazing, to the point of having the audacity to ask for what you want. We talk a lot about manifestation. We had a great physician here who her name's Dream Life Consciousness here on TikTok. We were talking about manifestation and having the mindset to bring those things to fruition. How do you I know for some folks, it's how do you begin to even have the mindset? Because it's easy to be positive when things are really, really good. But like, how do you kind of get yourself in the headspace to be manifesting all that you manifested thus far? Because it's hard, right?
Yeah. I always wake up every day, as silly as it seems, and I literally tell myself a few nice things. I look in the mirror and do positive affirmations. I say, hey, you girl in the mirror, you're worthy. So I definitely have like an attitude of gratitude. I like to journal a lot of stuff. So if you guys are on the market for a journal, my friend Janae just launched all of her bariatric journals. I have that linked in my bio. She's got a 6-month, 1 year, and 1 year after. But I truly believe like journaling your thoughts and just having an attitude of gratitude helps you, even on the days that you don't believe it. Like, if you say something nice, you start your day out right. But I'm not perfect, guys. I've read a lot of like self-help books. I read a lot of Buddhist books, The Secret, just a bunch of different like positivity books. And that's kind of helped me with my mindset. And I have great friends too that help me on bad days like you. So Yeah.
Well, I appreciate you too, because I think a lot of times you need people to remind you that you are as great as you are. When, what are some of the things that you're wanting to manifest over the next, I guess I would say several months of 2024? Any big goals for Miss Lady Mia?
Um, so I just want to use like an example. Like I have a ton of goals and you know them, Shar, and we're going to talk about more of them tomorrow in the motivational section, but um when I met that Dr. Angelina, something about her like shined, and I was like, I want to go to this mixer. And I straight up told her, we're gonna go to this mixer. I'm gonna network with her, and like I just want to tell you guys like how quickly that manifests, like everything came into fruition. So, because one of my goals for 2024 is to become more educated on GLP-1s because I speak about it from the terms of what I've experienced, but I don't want to be a content creator that spreads misinformation. So I want to continue to educate myself this year. So GLP is definitely one of those. That is one of the main reasons why I signed up for the Journey on the Job Mixer. I wanted to go, but they're also having a panel of like bariatric doctors, plastic surgeons and stuff. So that is one of my goals. And if you guys want to join that, go to that event and meet me and Bestie. We will be there on June 1st. Use the code Dr. A, and I think you get $30 off your ticket, which I wish I would have got, but I didn't have it. But she dropped it in the chat yesterday. So if you guys want to go and meet us, that'll be cool. My other goal is to be more involved in the bariatric community. So I've done a few small meetups, and I did like one that was, Jillian and Dano's wedding, and that was really cool. But I have never done anything like super educational. So another goal again is to like really become more involved with the bariatric community. I'm working on launching a couple things that I can't talk about, and just working on different streams of income because while I enjoy being an accountant and my wonderful government job, like I just want to be able to make money when I'm sleeping and travel and do all those things. So I just been really focused on the content creation, getting more affiliates, and then I don't know. I think and maybe I'm going to speak it into existence. Like I would love to be a motivational speaker one day. Like I would love to be on Oprah. I would love to be on TED Talk. I would love to sit next to my friend Bestie and go out to different meetups and retreats or whatever and start talking to people because I want to give back and help people that were in the same position as me because I didn't know what these tools were until they finally were presented to me. And so I feel like there's a lot of people that can stand to gain help from people like you and I in this entire community. So that is in a long nutshell what my goals are for 2024.
I love them. I love them. I think one of the things I just want to put out there, because I think a lot of people think that manifestation is like this like untouchable, unreachable thing, and it really just starts with believing that you want more for yourself and putting that actions behind it. I know, Jenna, you asked about, does insurance cover plastic on legs and arms? You will have to reach out to your insurance company directly, love, because that would be, you'd have to see if that's something that's covered or if that's considered medically necessary, because that's the key word with a lot of the things that insurance covers. It has to be deemed medically necessary. And that it can be. I mean, I'm sure if there's a medical concern that might very well be covered, but you should probably still reach out directly to your insurance provider to just double check on that. But to the point of what Maria was saying, there are so many things that ourselves, you guys in the chat may want to accomplish. Sometimes you have to create your own stage. I know you said you want to be a motivational speaker. You already are. someone in this chat may already be inspired by what you've said. Someone you've touched in some of your Q&As, some of the lives that you've hosted and the time that you've been here on TikTok. Someone has been inspired by what you've already said. So you've already created your stage. I want us to realize that we have more power over our futures than we think we do. We have more power over the outcome of our destiny. It's just a matter of putting that energy behind it and putting that belief. I like to say I'm Delulu, but realistically is I truly believe that I am worthy and able and capable of very much completing and accomplishing everything it is that I want to do. Thank you, Shelly. Thank you, Selma. And yes, you guys, make sure you tap that screen. We only got 10 minutes left. I did go and grab a couple things. But I just want to remind you guys, tomorrow we are hosting another live together. So if you love our vibe together, you're going to love it even more tomorrow. Do you want to talk about a little bit of what it's about? What your goal is for our live tomorrow?
So, Shar and I have always talked about the vision boards. I know she hosted one before, but I'll show you guys like my old one. So, the goal of tomorrow's session is to, I'm going to be working on my vision board for the rest of 2024, or, you know, whether they're short term or long term. But we're just going to talk about all things positivity, motivation, money. So we invite you guys. Obviously, there's only so many boxes. We might let people up. We haven't really like talked about that part of it, but we want you guys to join us. And then if we need to take more time, then I think we're planning on doing a second session the following Monday, and we might just make it a thing every week. I don't know if you guys like it. You'll have to let us know, but it's something that Bestie and I have talked about. We just don't know like schedule wise if it's something that's, you know, going to be able to work out long term. But yeah, we just love talking about positivity. And while I love bariatrics and plastics, I think Shar and I also love just motivating people too. So that's what the goal is. Is that the goal for you? Like, because I would love to hear what your
on everything she said. Number one, everyone's journey is very unique to them. So while we want to inspire and motivate you, that's going to look so different for everybody, right? Because you might have very different goals than your counterparts here in the chat, even us here on panel. So we want you to take tomorrow's live as just a space to really just start brainstorming, what do I want for myself in 2024? 2024 is going to be an action-driven year. It's going to be a year where we put actions behind the things that we've been kind of just talking about, playing around with, because like I said, we have more power over our destiny than we think we do. There are things that I haven't really totally been, I'm very private. While I am outspoken, I'm very private. But there are things that till this day, I'm like, wow, I can't believe I'm not there anymore. I shared with you guys briefly, like I was sleeping on an air mattress on the floor of the projects in Brooklyn, and right next to the Roaches was like, hey friend. And I was like, what's up? But from the floor, I was saying, I'm going to own a house. I'm going to have a house. Before this year's up, I'm going to be in a house. Before that year was up, I was already making my way here to Texas to a brand new home, new construction. No one's ever lived here but me. So that goes to tell you that it doesn't matter your current circumstance. Where you are now is just, you're one decision away from a better life. You're one commitment away from a better destiny. So don't think that your current situation is your forever situation. I just want to put that out there because a lot of times we get caught up in the emotions of like, man, things aren't going good right now. That's okay. Those moments are character building moments. Those are the moments that are going to propel you, because where you going to go once you hit rock bottom? There's nowhere down there. You're at rock bottom. That means you can only go up from there. So I say that to say this: please, if you can join us tomorrow, make sure you join us. If you can't join us, I'm going to try my best to we want to do the replay on YouTube for folks in case they're working or doing stuff? All right, we'll do that.
I
But
am. Mhm.
if you can make it, you don't want to miss out because we are going to dive into all that. And we're going to talk about our goals. We're going to talk about the mindset. So we really would love to have you guys join us. So if you haven't started following myself and Miss Lady Mia, make sure you follow. Make sure you subscribe to our channels on YouTube. Um, was there anything that I missed? I think that's pretty much the primary focus for tomorrow.
I think so too, but the other thing, and I'll touch on it more tomorrow, is I think sometimes too you're around people that are pessimistic and have a different mindset, and so those kind of people will play into like you're telling them your dreams and they'll crush them. So I think tomorrow I want to talk more about how to navigate through that because I too when someone was trying to teach me about manifesting and good energy and stuff, like I was one of those naysayers. I used to be like, I work so hard, how could these people get all this free stuff? And I was blocking my own blessings. So I think it's important we talk about how to navigate through people who don't believe in you because you have to stay focused on this journey to hit those goals. So if you got to remove people who are just not for you, do it at all costs because I promise you there is a light at the end of the tunnel. Think about your bariatric journey if you've already had it or if you're currently working on it, right? Like we can attain pretty much anything we put our minds to. I say pretty much, but yeah, so.
Absolutely. There is power in proximity. So your circle of influence should influence you for the better, not the worse. If people are taking more from you than you are receiving, then you might want to reconsider that circle. But like she said, we'll talk more about that tomorrow. Again, that's going to be after the Bari Unfiltered show. So we're going to tune into Bari Unfiltered. We're going to kick it with the ladies of Bari Unfiltered. And then y'all can come on over right after. We're going to be chilling, just chit-chatting. The flyer is on our page. Make sure you check that out. It's the pretty yellow flyer with both of our pictures. Also, just a reminder, I am also doing a fundraiser. So Make-A-Wish Foundation grants wishes for children who are dealing with critical illnesses, some that are chronic, some that are children who are in hospice situations. So if you find it in your heart to donate to the Make-A-Wish Foundation, there is a QR code on that flyer. You just have to scan it. Or you can go to the link in my bio. It is also Autism Acceptance Month. For those who don't know, my child is on the spectrum. So I decided to participate with the Autism Speaks organization to fundraise on behalf of autism studies. So, sorry, I don't know why it's asking me for a puzzle, but make sure you check those links out in the bio. Those are two great causes. Make-A-Wish Foundation. This money does not go directly to me. This goes directly to the foundations. And the Autism Speaks Foundation, they're also in the link in bio. So if you are at all wanting to donate even $1 to any of those causes, absolutely sprinkle some love. Thank you guys. We are coming close to the end of this live, guys. Let me ask you, Maria, do you have any regrets with any of the stuff that you've done, whether it's bariatric, plastics, GLP1? Why or why not?
Girl, you know I don't regret anything. I'm a firm believer that everything happens the way that it's supposed to happen. So people are like, oh, why'd you get the sleeve? I feel like I got the sleeve to get me to a certain point. It helped me get out of a bad relationship. And then later, I feel like the revision, was an eye opener for me. So I feel like we go through whatever journey we need to. So I truly have no regrets about anything. I think I don't even want to say it. I have no regrets. I just want to keep on doing what I'm doing. And I hope that you guys are inspired to do the same thing because every single one of you are capable of the same greatness. Like all of y'all can shine and be bright, just like my friend here and all of the amazing people that have touched me in this community. So
I want to take a moment and just say thank you to Maria. I think you're an amazing person, sometimes a little misunderstood, but I know you have a kind, sweet heart. You always have great intentions, and you always come very transparent, sharing and not gatekeeping, which I really do appreciate, because I think from people who, I'm also a revision patient, from people who didn't have a lot of information going into this whole bariatric thing. I do appreciate when I find a content creator who, like yourself, is super transparent, is like, listen, I'm not having a good day, or listen guys, this is what my scars look like. Like, we need more of that, because there's a lot of people who are on the fence about getting these procedures, whether it's bariatric, whether it's plastic, whether it's the GLP1. So the fact that you're tapping into all those niches, I think is a beautiful thing, and I love to see it. So if you guys haven't started following my friend, please make sure you follow her. We only have about a minute left, so you guys know I can't close it out without dropping this little affirmation for you guys. Listen, people throw shade on what shines. Grab them shades, baby, and keep shining. And when in doubt, I'm gonna need y'all to do this one thing and one thing only: shine brighter. Until next Sunday, my friends, 8 p.m. Eastern, 7 p.m. Central, 6 p.m. Mountain, and 5 p.m. Pacific time. And make sure you check out the Berry Mail Experience. Bye.
Bye.
See ya.